Y'all are trying my ITX build in Fayo. It's okay in Fayo, my tempos are good, but y'all know the arrow OE and I hear the fans kick on Fayo.
Hi again. In previous videos, I talked about the new runes that came with Preludes 12 and the Thawed Tide updates. While I did a video on Flitsmoke, today I want to talk about another amazing rune, Torrent. This one is quite special for bows, as Smite summons a volley of arrows, which means each attack, AoE or single target, becomes an even larger AoE. Pair up your bow with a short blade sidearm and Flitsmoke, and then you can do something silly like, I don't know, being invisible while creating so many arrows and putting out so much damage with zero repercussions, and then your frames drop at like 60. So how do we go about this build? By increasing our smite chance. This build is pretty self-sufficient for proccing smite with any bow, but we really want to take it up a notch. Therefore, we're going to use Juniper, a bow that has an innate 6% smite chance. For Joineries, it's really up to you, but I do like Quicksilver for the headshot multiplier and the 20% charge rate. It pairs well with a constant arrow hail, plus the Spry Totem that gives you an additional 15% charge rate. It just lets you shoot really fast. I like it, it feels nice. Now, there is an alternative to the Juniper, which is the Starling. It also has a 6% smite chance, but because it can only be earned by purchasing a Founder's Pack, I won't speak much on it. Understand though that this entire build works for it and really all bows, so you're all good. So, back to smite chance. How do we increase that 6% further? Simple. The Spry Totem again. Not only does it increase charge rate, but when put in the utility slot, it provides an additional 1 in 13 chance of smite. But we can go even further beyond. Now, it's unknown to me if Arrow Hail is considered a charge shot, but considering the animation, the glow, and the general wording of things in Soulframe, I want to say it is. Thus, on the bow's art tree, we want to upgrade Wolf's-Eye, where charge shots have increased smite chance. Of course, if Arrow Hail is not considered a charge shot, you can always initiate with a single target heavy, and basically proc smite immediately. And should Arrow Hail be as we hope, then upgrading Rife Noct is also a good idea, as more arrows means more chances to smite. Alongside these two upgrades, we want to go another route, and that is the My Leg upgrades. Arrow Hail will naturally, at times, hit enemy legs, which has a chance of knocking them down. By taking the My Leg upgrade, and then the Salted Blade upgrade, which increases smite on downed enemies, we have another avenue for smites. Plus it works really nice against bosses too, it's genuinely fun. Now, that's really it for the bow. We have a rather high smite chance alongside different ways to increase it further in the middle of a fight, so what about packs? Well, you have two options. There's Orangol, where its third ability, Howl, increases both our courage and smite chance, and said increase scales with courage, funny enough. This can get you to about 50%. Another option, and my favorite one, is Sirin. While it might not be the most optimal in terms of smite chance, it does feel more engaging and generally safer to play. The first ability, CC, keeps enemies grouped, and the second can bring them all close together, if necessary. In essence, you just have more targets to proc off of, rather than a higher percentage overall. It evens out gameplay-wise, so it's very much your choice. One totem to keep on hand, though, is the Yielding. It's very important, as Arrow Hail becomes a slow. Genuinely really good no matter what pact you use, because you can bully bosses like this. Either way, that's the build. To recap, we'll be using the Juniper Bow and the Spry Totem for charge rate plus increased smite chance. We'll upgrade Wolf's Eye and Salted Blade for additional ways to smite and increases there. Add in the Yielding Totem for an AoE slow, then go between either Sirin or Orangol for heavy CC or crazy high smite. That's that. Enjoy!